Good evening and welcome live to the Hammermill Center on the campus of Gannon University in downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. This February 10th of 2015, the second of two meetings on the season between the Cathedral Prep Ramblers and the McDowell Trojans. The first one went down to the wire. It was a fantastic ball game, to say the least. When all was said and done, the Ramblers win it at the buzzer by a bucket by Joe Faustine off of the missed shot of Carter Cross. It was an exceptional ball game. Fans still talking about it. Well, now these two teams meet again. And unlike past years, this will be the final time that these two teams face for the season. In the past, both were Quad A. Both could meet in the district playoffs, then even in the state playoffs. In fact, in many years past, they've even met as many as 5 times in one season. That the year that Prep went on to play in the state championship against Kobe Bryant on his high school days before becoming an LA Laker. But this is the scenario, this is the scene. Look at the crowd, a packed house here at the Hammermill Center. This is the home game for Erie's Cathedral Prep. Prep playing the first game of the season at McDowell. The story from McDowell, a much smaller venue than this, the Hammermill Center, so there were a lot less tickets available. There were many people who did not get to see the game other than via our live stream on YourErie.com, powered by Jet TV and Fox 66. On behalf of our station management, our general manager and president, Mr. Tim Dunst, our news director, Mr. Lou Baxter, and all of the staff, we thank you for coming aboard. Just to explain, this is an internet feed. If there are any interruptions in service, we'll do our part on our end to keep you tuned in. It is a one-camera shoot. I am operating the camera. I will do the best to zoom in and give you the action as best you can see it, to set the scenario for you throughout the evening. So we do appreciate you tuning in. You can tweet us. You can send out messages to us. The one thing we ask is that you hashtag it with
Your Erie Live.
Your Erie Live. My technical director and producer tonight, Mr. Mike Miller, will run all of that. We'll even try and get your tweets on the air. So just hashtag it for Your Erie Live. You can tweet us through Jet. You can even tweet my own personal Twitter account of Mike Gallagher 24. 24, Jet 24. Get it? Mike Gallagher 24. Hopefully you do. And hopefully we're getting a good enough picture, and we want to thank a couple of different businesses out there for bringing in our telecast tonight, as they did a few weeks ago. Buffalo Wild Wings, Cornell Mixa and his staff, thank you so much for caring so much about the high school athletes to be willing to bring us up on some of your big screens in Buffalo Wild Wings. We do appreciate that. And we also want to send out a thank you to Scott Enterprises, because they are also bringing us in on their televisions, and certainly could be and should be an excellent night tonight. So we want to thank them for bringing us in to the businesses in the area and letting the people who are out and about catch this ball game. It should be an unbelievable contest, as it is all too often. A couple of different stories on the injury front. First off, for the McDowell Trojans, one very significant one that may play a part, and we'll see how it pans out. Quinn Lewis, the point guard, the man who runs the offense for the McDowell Trojans, on the night of the first meeting between Prep and McDowell, was upset after the end of the ball game and accidentally broke a bone in his hand. Now, for all intent and purpose, he should not even be playing, but this is his senior season. He went to Dr. Busick. Dr. Busick worked with his family, worked with him, worked with trainer Paul Andres, who's one of the best in the business. They tape him up for the game, so he is effectively playing with a broken shooter's right hand. And he has played since just a couple of nights after the Prep game, so that is remarkable in and of itself. On the other side of the floor, Joel Faustine, who made the game-winning bucket against the General McLean Lancers in the game following the McDowell game. He hurt his ankle and was out, and I believe this is his first game back for the Ramblers. Now, he scored the game-winning bucket, has not seen much action since that McLean game, which they fell short to McLean because Todd Jay's son, the associate athletic director at General McLean's son, lit it up that night for the Lancers with 25 points against the Ramblers. But Faustina's back, and again, making the game winner, but now they put all that behind them. They do so and try to live for the moment and in the moment, and this should be yet another epic moment in Erie sports history, because it is every time these two schools meet, no matter what the sport. A very special thank you to Erie Cathedral Prep and athletic director, Mr. Bill Flanagan. This is technically their home game, and it is that their permission that we bring you this telecast via the internet tonight. They did everything they could to make this stream possible, set us up in our location, and we do have some information regarding prep, and we do thank them as the captains come to meet with the officials at the onset here prior to the game. We'll show you that as we tell you about some of the things from Erie Cathedral Prep that they would like us to pass along to you, and we do so gladly, and thanking them for letting us bring this telecast home to you via the World Wide Web. If you're in 8th grade, boys or girls, it's not too late to consider attending Cathedral Prep or Villa Maria Academy next school year. Call Tim Doherty or Prep or Alyssa Nelson at Villa to start the process. For more information, you can visit prepvilla.com. So visit prepvilla.com. Cathedral Prep or Villa Maria Academy invite all 7th and 8th grader students to spend the day as a shadow visit. Just call the admissions office at Prep or Villa to make an appointment, and they will line you up with the student of your choice if you have a particular student you'd like to spend the day with, or they will gladly put you with a student that can show you what Cathedral Prep or Villa are all about. The Legacy Gala information for Cathedral Prep. Attention Prep and Villa supporters, mark your calendar for the Legacy Gala 2015 to be held on Saturday, April 25th at the Bayfront Convention Center. The Legacy Gala to premier fundraising. It is the premier fundraising event for Cathedral Prep and Villa Maria Academy. James Earl Prep class of 68. Dorothy Bree Marsh Villa class of 50, Father John Dedish Prep class of 80, and Debbie Utt Villa class of 82 will be inducted into the President's Hall of Fame. That should be a very, very special night. We'll have more information from Cathedral Prep coming your way as this telecast progresses throughout the evening. But the action at hand now is getting set for these two teams to square off. We'll have the national anthem shortly. We will introduce the starters here briefly, but this is what it all comes down to. Even though Cathedral Prep is not quad A, they're triple A, and McDowell is quad A, these two are what it's all about. It was an amazing ball game the last time they met at McDowell, and we're expecting the same here tonight. So this is a very, very special meeting and gathering for these two teams. Head coach Kevin O'Connor, who last year managed to beat Prep in the game that mattered most, the final District 10 championship meeting between the two, and it was an unbelievable ball game as well. His star from that ball game, Mr. Michael Beck, is now playing for the Edinboro University Fighting Scots and playing very well as a freshman for the Scots and doing some amazing things. But losing a talent like that, you can understand how this team really was in a reload mode, and reload is what they think they've done. On the other side, Cathedral Prep, the one guy that a lot of people like to talk about is Carter Cross. Carter Cross just recently verbally committing to Nebraska on a baseball scholarship. Some of us in the media think that before his senior year is over, he may even be drafted into Major League Baseball because he is that good on the diamond. And when you have a guy who's just that kind of athlete, you put him out on the basketball court, he can do some very, very amazing things. So it's the Cathedral Prep Ramblers and the McDowell Trojans getting set to tip off. here from the Gannon Hammermill Center. This the home game for Erie Cathedral Prep. And for those of you tuning in that have never been to one of these, look at this crowd. I just had a young lady from Du Bois talking to me prior to the game. She said, I live in Du Bois. We never see anything like this when high schools in our area get together for any sport. This is unbelievable, and it certainly is, and we're glad to be able to at least bring it home to you via the internet or wherever you may be. Please do tweet us out. Let everybody know it is available on yourerie.com. Tune in and enjoy the telecast. We'll do everything we can to make it entertaining for you. So there's the national anthem. The USA chants coming out of the crowd. And I will explain to you that the Cathedral Prep student section is down to my right, but the McDowell student section is across the way. They're known as the mob, so I will be able to give you some candid shots of this student body as they go a little bit crazy as we get set for the introductions, and here they come. First out on the floor is Strominger, who will run one of the guard positions. Here is Quinn Lewis, we told you, playing with a broken right hand. He has what's called a boxer fracture. Shakes head coach Mark Majeski's hand with his left hand. Here comes Max Kerr, who will start at one of the other guard positions. And now coming out is Justin Blake. Blake will play at one of the forwards. And Dylan Dirkmatt, who just a few nights ago put up 20 points against a great, strong Vincent basketball team. So this McDowell team is ready to go, and certainly going to be exciting as the McDowell all-in scenario continues. And we've got a story that we'll tell you about throughout the night that actually has something to do with us bringing this broadcast home to you as the Cathedral Prep Ramblers are now being introduced. Carter Cross is the first one out on the floor. That's the baseball player. I'll probably talk about that throughout the night. And a very special welcome to Carter Cross's grandparents, who are tuning in, I believe, from Nebraska, both sides, on the Cross side and the Schlitz side. We do welcome you. There's Charlie Fessler, who has recently signed his letter of intent to play football with Northwestern. We know his brother, Billy, who won the state championship for Cathedral Prep just a couple of years ago, is watching from Penn State. Charlie told me to tell you, Billy, he's the better athlete. I don't know what that was all about, but he told me to tell you. No, I'm just kidding. So look at that. They got it all going on here in Prepville, and that's what this is at the Hammermill. It is their second home, but not for long. The new facility for Erie's Cathedral Prep is almost complete. By next season, we'll be up and going, and maybe we'll be streaming live from the new Cathedral Prep's Event Center coming up next season. Certainly will be exciting, and we're certainly excited for Prep and all of their fans to be able to experience that. So we're about set to tip it off. Dirkmatt will tip off. He'll tip against Fessler. And we're about set to get underway. So Dylan Dirkmatt and Charlie Fessler are going to tip us off here tonight for the second of two meetings between the Trojans of McDowell and the Ramblers of Cathedral Prep. And we are underway. Action is underway. Cathedral Prep wins the tip and possession. The first quarter underway, no score. We'll give you the score quite a bit because I know you're watching and tuning in, and we'll show you the scoreboard when we can. But our main priority now is to show you the action. Again, it's going to be a one-camera shoot, and that's via the internet. Not typical like you would see the broadcast of a game that has slow-mo and replays and all that. I'm sure that day's coming via the internet. But for now, this is what we get, and the importance is being able to bring you the story live because there is so much interest. Colpoys, long three-pointer, front iron, no good. Rebound for the Trojans. Quinn Lewis, broken hand or not, still running the offense, comes over to Kerr. Kerr back around top of the circle, three-pointer. Oh, my! I guess he should have broke the hand a long time ago with shots like that. That was NBA 3 material, and he puts the Trojans up 3-0. Colpoys down to the baseline with the pass to Fustine, back out top. Colpoys working it around, trying to go underneath. Ball tipped around, ball loose. Coach O'Connor doesn't like something, is going to tell the official about it. Fresina is on the floor for the Ramblers, along with Carter Cross, Colpoys, Fessler, and Fustine. Here comes Quinny Lewis again. I don't think anybody expected him to shoot a deep three ball, not with that hand, but nevertheless, he's done it. And he's going to shoot again. This one doesn't go. Rebound for Fessler. Fessler playing underneath. He's the biggest man on the floor for the Ramblers, as Carter Cross loses the handle trying to come across the floor to Joe Fustine. So Blake will inbound, 3-0. Trojans lead, 6:26 first quarter action. We welcome all of you via the internet. Please tell your friends, tweet your neighbors, get them all on board, because the more viewers and more computers we have tuning live, the more telecasts we'll be able to stream to you via YourErie.com, powered by Jet TV and Fox 66. Underneath to Dirkmatt. Dirkmatt across the top. Strominger thinks about it, says no, then goes to Lewis. Lewis over to Kerr. Kerr tries coming in, knocked out, and it is off of Kerr, so Cathedral Prep will have possession. 6:01 first quarter. Still 3-0 Trojans. Only points from a long three-pointer by Quinn Lewis. Fresina over to Cross. Cross may be better known as the big brother of Abby Cross, a real star in 8th grade for Walnut Creek basketball. As the shot underneath is up and in for Fessler. Fessler gets the Ramblers within one at 3-2. It is early action, but heating up here at the Hammermill Center as Lewis goes to Kerr. Strominger, three ball. Rim, no good. Blake knocks it out. Kerr does a nice job of pulling it down. Now Kerr to Strominger again. The Trojans obviously trying to establish the outside shooting. That one doesn't go. And that should open up things underneath for Dirkmatt if they can get it going. And a travel call will turn the ball over to the Trojans. Justin Blake into Quinny Lewis. Inside, Blake shot up and in. So it's 5-2. Trojans lead the Ramblers. Fresina. Back to Cross, not ready for it, but handles it. Thank you to all of you watching up at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm partial to the ranch myself, but that's just me. Fresina drives, knocked away, and an offensive foul called going against Fresina. That is his first, team first. So Lewis. Shot up, doesn't go. Rebound Ramblers. And some kind of call. believe it's against Dirkmatt. It is. That'll be his first foul of the night. So possession turned over to Cathedral Prep. Frisina drives, tries to go with the pass inside to Fessler, knocked out of bounds, but off of a Trojan, so the Ramblers maintain possession. Ramblers win inbound from under the basket. Carter Cross alone for the jumper, tries to bank it in, doesn't happen. Bouncing around, Dirkmatt finally pulls it down. Dirkmatt with the board. Long pass, nicely by Lewis to Kerr. Kerr wants to drive. He does so. Doesn't happen. Rebound, Ramblers. Fessler. To Fustine. Fustine down to Colpoise. Brings it back out top side. Trojans matching up. Sitting back, giving them the outside. A shot from the corner. Fustine, his first one in a while after coming back off an injury. So it looks like the two injured guys. In fact, the story goes that Fustine and Lewis both sat in Busick's office together, Dr. Busick's, when they were both hurt. And actually had an appointment at the same time and spent some time in the waiting room together at Doc's office. Well, good job, Doc. You got them both back on the floor. Hats off to the orthopedic guys up at St. Vincent for doing that. Because this is a great ball game that they wouldn't want to miss. Shot by Fessler doesn't happen. Rebound Prep, kicking it back out. 3-ball, top circle, back iron. Rebound Quinny Lewis. Lewis quickly up the floor, kicks it out to Stroh. Stroh drives, pulls up, shot under pressure. Long pass to Colpoise. Colpoise into the paint, blocked by Blake. Ball now taken by Dirkmatt. Ahead to Lewis. Lewis stops, kicks out, driving is Strominger. Blocked, doesn't happen. Ramblers will come back. Frisina. Down to Cross. Back to Frisina, over the top to Fustine. Fustine the cross. 7-5. Trojans lead the Ramblers by a pair. 1:50 remaining first quarter. Frisina. And a timeout on the floor with 1:43 to go in quarter number one. 7-5 in favor of the Trojans. We'll show you the scoreboard. And that's where we are here at the Hammermill Center. How about that? Special hello from Mick Haller and Coach Alex Fatica. Coaches from Walnut Creek who are Prep alumni. Where and what side of the fence are they sitting on tonight? Doesn't matter as long as they keep those Walnut Creek Wildcats keeping their winning ways alive. Had a couple of great ball games for Walnut Creek. In fact, they had one on a Friday night this past weekend, go 5 overtimes where they won and beat OLC. The next night they go, actually the next morning, they go double overtime with Warren and lose by a bucket at the buzzer. So they're doing a great job with those kids and have had a lot of success. And certainly you're going to hear a lot from those names, Coach Haller and Coach Fatica. It won't be long till they're coaching a game like this one, I can tell you that. Sox is now in the game, Sokolov for the Trojans. And so is this guy. There's no one tougher than Tarasovich. Jake Tarasovich on the floor, the quarterback of the football team. And Blake's jumper for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Colpoise. Colpoise goes down, kicks it out. Comes to Fustine. Fustine stops, goes up, and is fouled. That will be a 2-shot foul for Fustine. He will go to the line shooting a pair. .236 Mike Miller, my technical producer and director, tells me there's now 236 computers online. That doesn't say how many are watching. We know it's a lot more than that, because among the computers involved are those from Scott Enterprises and their great restaurants, along with Buffalo Wild Wings, who tuned us in last time. So if you're there at Buffalo Wild Wings, have a ranch wing for me. And tell Cornell I might just be there after the game. I could always use a wing late night. Shot by Quinn Lewis. This one doesn't go. Faustine rebound. Ramblers possession. Across the circle. Almost loses the handle, but regains composure and brings it back to Colpoys. 25 seconds. Looks like the Ramblers are settling for final shot of the quarter. Seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Ramblers, and a travel call with 3.3 seconds will turn the ball over to McDowell. Tied at 7, 3.3 seconds left in quarter number 1. So here we go. Trying to get it inbounded to Sox. Sox pulls up, half-court shot off the top of the backboard. It doesn't happen, but the first quarter comes to a close with the score deadlocked at 7. Did you expect anything else? You're watching Ramblers and Trojans basketball on YourErie.com, powered by Jet TV and Fox 66, here live in downtown Erie as the McDowell Trojan cheerleaders take the floor. Now, as the cheerleaders perform, we brought you the last game because of the sellout and people couldn't get in to see it. We had so many requests to bring this one to you via the internet, we wanted to do it. Now, a quick story as we get back into the action. Coach Kevin O'Connor of the McDowell Trojans was one of those asking that we bring you this game. See there? That's Coach O'Connor's daughter. She's holding up a sign, "Get well, Pap." Pap is in the hospital. Coach O'Connor's father is in the hospital in Pittsburgh. The entire family, including his brothers, the coaches, are there with him. We send out a very special get well to you, Coach, and we thought no better way to do it than by showing you your granddaughter and letting you know how much everybody's thinking about you, including your Trojans and Coach Kevin O'Connor. We'll do that again later in the telecast and tell you more of the story, but Coach O'Connor usually keeps everything close to the vest. But prior to the game tonight, he sent me a message and said, "Hey, you know what my dad means to me, Mike. Could you please send out a shout and let him know that even though I'm playing in one of the biggest games of the year and my team's playing, I'm thinking about him," because you know that Coach O'Connor's family would all be here if Pap wasn't in the hospital. So Pap, get feeling better. We're thinking of you. The guys on this team are thinking of you, and I'm sure even our opponents across the way at Cathedral Prep wish you the very best, because the O'Connor family is kind of like the Kennedys are to politics in the United States of basketball in Pittsburgh. In fact, we'll tell you more about Coach O'Connor's brother Ben, who's had a remarkable season with Bethel Park. They are now 16-6 as they head to the playoffs this weekend. And with that beautiful new facility at Bethel Park, that'd be one place I hope that one of these teams gets to play in the playoffs for the PIAA. But we're back to live action, still tied at 7, 6:41 remaining in the first half. Kicking it out. Long shot by Kerr. In and out, no good. So far, the Trojans can't hit the outside shot. It looked like they'd be hot when Quinn Lewis opened the scoring. Swinging it around. Cathedral Prep with the ball. Heidelberg is on the floor. And taken away by the Trojans. Quinny Lewis. Quinster over to Sox. Sox to Tara. Tara back to Lewis. Lewis, the brother of Carson Lewis, the former great guard for the Trojans, as Dirkmatt puts the shot up and in from the low post. So Dirkmatt puts the Trojans back up by a pair at 9-7. Swinging around the top side, Fustine. Ramblers working it methodically. One thing they do is handle the fundamentals very, very well under head coach Mark Majeski. One of the outstanding coaches in the state of Pennsylvania. Inside, Kolpois goes up. His shot doesn't go. Tarasovich saves it. Saves it into Sokolov. Sox up the floor. We call him Sox. His name is Andrew Sokolov. His dad runs the boosters for the McDowell basketball program, and it's one of our great basketball families in the Mill Creek Township School District. Tarasovich driving. Taken away by Fustine. Fustine wants to go coast to coast, lays it up, and it goes for two. Ties it up at 9. 4:51, second quarter action. Here live at the Hammer Mill Center on YourErie.com, powered by Jet TV and Fox 66. I'm Mike Gallagher, along with my technical producer, Mr. Mike Miller, who runs YourErie.com. He's the mechanics, he's the technical, in fact, he got us on the air. Need to be said, you're watching it because he's here. So, Mike Miller, that's what he means to UC in this ball game, as we got a foul call underneath. And that foul is going against Fustine that will send Max Kerr to the line, shooting 2 on the season. Max Kerr is an 82% free throw shooter for Coach Kevin O'Connor. One of the best pure shooters Coach O'Connor has had during his tenure as a coach at McDowell these past few years. And Mike Miller taking some still pictures as well. The only thing I got to do is switch him lenses. So give me 1 second here. Put on a bigger lens for Mr. Miller. There you go. Apologize for the momentary delay there in video action, but we're back live. Underneath, Fessler goes up strong. Ball knocked from behind by Dirkmatt, and following it up are the Ramblers for 2. That was Heidelberg with the bucket. Quinn Lewis over to Kerr, to Strominger, over the top to Dirkmatt, down in the low post, working against Fustine. Backs him down, goes up, knocked out of bounds. Trojans maintain possession. Again, please tweet your friends, your neighbors, and all. Kerr to Lewis. We apologize if there's been a momentary interruption. We're dealing with the internet. And Fustine's long 3 ball is good. That's his second 3 of the night. And this one gives the Ramblers a 14-10 lead. So Joe Fustine, the man who won the last ball game at the buzzer. Over the left side, Kerr. Kerr's long. Shot is up and in. And that's what you expect from the guards. From the Trojans, 14-13, 1-point game. Inside. High post. Kolpois kicks it back out. Driving. Heidelberg, shot up and in. Simpson, was with the one with that bucket. 16-13, Ramblers by 3. 2:24, second quarter. Trojans with possession, moving left to right. We are on the bench side for those of you who know the Hammermill Center. It's fixed lanes. So the Trojans will inbound from in front of the Cathedral Prep bench. And hello, Hunter Hassey. Thank you for tweeting us and tuning in to this telecast, or should we say internet cast. I'll have to get Mike to correct me. What exactly is it? If you're not on television, but you are on television via the internet. I don't know. Podcast? Internet cast? Either way, that shot's no good. Ball loose, fighting for it on the floor, goes out of bounds. As Strominger was battling for it, and Ramblers will maintain possession. Carter Cross will inbound. In fact, Hunter Hassey is at school, now in college, a former McDowell Trojan herself. And her tweet actually says, can never get enough McDowell Prep. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'll tell you a story about that. And a foul call underneath. And Coach O'Connor doesn't like it. He'll voice his objection. Foul call going against Lewis. That's his first. And the coaches call over a pair of the Ramblers. Coach Majeski talks to Frisina. Wants to talk to him about it. As Colpoy's shot is off back iron. 16-13, Ramblers 3-point lead. We have a minute 28 left in half number one. This the second of two meetings on the season between the Trojans and the Ramblers. His second shot back iron as well. Dirkmatt had the rebound. Lewis to Kerr. Over to Lewis. Driving, kicking it out. Driving baseline is Stroh. Stroh has it blocked. Frisina on the block. Long pass. Colpoys comes top of the key. The shot is up. In and out. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Rambler ball. Quinny Lewis is going to ask the official for some explanation. Don't know if he got it or not, but Colpoys will inbound to Fessler. Fessler at the high post, down to the low post to Carter Cross. His acrobatic shot doesn't go. He thought he should have been fouled. And over in the front row over there, I'll give you a quick shot. Remember Dominic Sansone, the big 6'9" Cathedral Prep Rambler, brother of Maria Sansone, who spends her life in Hollywood on Good Day, LA. Long shot for Kerr is good for two, or three, excuse me, that's a three ball. That ties the game at 16. 36 seconds, all tied at 16. Right side to Fessler. Fessler over to Frisina. 13 seconds. 11 seconds. Working against Blake. Fessler, left side. Back to Fessler, top of the circle. Long shot for Colpoys. Back iron, no good. Ball loose, thrown up. Was it in time? They say no. So the first half comes to a close with your score here from the Hammermill Center. Cathedral Prep 16, McDowell 16. If you need a break, now's the time to take it, but don't go away. A lot more action still to come here live from the Hammermill Center.
I have no way of muting.
I can turn it down here. Should be down. Down? Looking okay?
It's heavy. I don't know if I'm probably taking way more pictures of what you need, but you know how it goes.
He's got us back up.
Yeah, I probably just dropped on his end and killed it. My girlfriend, she said it looks better, but I don't know what I was watching. It's okay, but it could be because you know they're cellular too. So, but she said it looks better than last time.
Really?
Yeah. Come in here.
Well, the people that are messaging me are liking it.
That's definitely clearer than last time.
Yeah, people messaging me are liking it.
Well, let's just move it a little bit just to get some move. That's all. See how much of a delay there is. Come on. Oh, there's about a 30-second delay. Okay, it should be moving any second now. Yeah, it seems to be okay. So, yeah, this new program, I think is the way to go. Right now. Why is there a light on that broom?
That's Robert. What's that? Robert's mental.
No, I would say, why is there a light on that
Because he
broom?
put it on there. That's Robert.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought it was for a reason.
No, he's he's got special needs.
Yeah. I don't remember if I told you, but I had an interview here not too long ago. Now it seems like everything I'm doing with Gannon.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's just like wants to, take that salt and put it right in the wounds. I'd say let's go get another drink, but yeah, that sucks over there. Of course, Baxter was busting my balls last night because I remembered after we talked, I'm like, shoot, my girlfriend works late every other week. So I have my daughter. I told Baxter, I'm like, I don't know, maybe we can get somebody else. Oh, you can't do it. It's like, whoa, dude. Me being the upstanding gentleman I am. Watch that mic not be off.
It's off.
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, I just
But if you go portrait, you can fill the frame.
Right. Yeah, I just realized it's a, is that Tim Dunst?
Where?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I took a little break. Sorry about the camera moves.
Good sound?
We're back up and running. Middle of halftime, 4:23 left until the third quarter begins. Again, special thank you to Erie Cathedral Prep for allowing us to bring this home to you via the internet. And some notes about the Events Center construction. Cathedral Prep and Villa is on schedule towards the completion of Phase 2 of the Cathedral Prep Events Center located on 12th Street in Erie. The $10 million construction project will include the addition of a basketball arena, a 3-lane running track, and an aqua center, and a state-of-the-art fitness and training room. The gymnasium plans to open summer of 2015, the aquatic center in the fall of 2015. Check out our regularly updated photos of the construction, including drone shots from above the school on the website prep/villa.com. For social media and Cathedral Prep, stay connected with all the latest happenings at Prep Villa on the social media pages. Like our Facebook page at Prep Villa for up-to-date information on athletics, social and school-related activities that happen at Prep and Villa. Our most up-to-date information can be found on Twitter account at Prep Villa. Academic achievements, sports scores and results, and community events are tweeted as they unfold, giving you the latest and most up-to-date information. Also, make sure to visit our website at prepvilla.com for a comprehensive look at our school, facility, academics, alumni information, admissions, student life, and campus ministry. See how Prep Villa, with foundation in faith, family, and excellence, and a tradition, is committed to building men and women of vision and spirit, mind, and body. Again, thank you to Bill Flanagan for helping make this telecast possible. Thank you to Mark Becker, the athletic director from McDowell High School, for all his efforts. And thank you for tuning in. Again, still time to tweet it out. We know we have folks. We know we have the Fesslers. We know we have the O'Connor family, and we will show granddaughter again and see if we can't get her attention to show Grandpap and Pap-Pap, as she calls him, the Get Well sign. And to explain, Coach O'Connor usually keeps everything very tight to the vest and doesn't talk a lot about family life or those types of things, but this situation with his dad not being able to be here, hold on one second. And prior to the game, Coach O'Connor has multiple brothers, including his brother Ben, who's the coach at Bethel. And before the game, he messaged me to let me know that Dad was in the hospital. Going to do okay. He's fine. They're figuring things out, and he's going to be fine. But if you don't understand, the O'Connors, Coach O'Connor has a 3-on-3 camp, and Dad's here. Dad's here reffing. Dad's here working with our kids, and he's a pretty special guy. As you see, Coach, the principals are in the way of Coach, the real Coach O'Connor's granddaughter, who's up there with her sign. And we're trying to get her to show you her sign one more time. And we know the brothers are there with them at the hospital. We know they're all watching. And up, she's going to go to the concession stand. We'll follow her to the concession stand for you, Pap-Pap. But trust me, if you didn't see it before, she has a sign for you that says, "Get well, Pap-Pap." Look at Mom's telling her, because Mom is sitting right there and is telling her. And here she's going to come see Mom. Here she goes. Here's the sign. We need Pap to see this. We still have time before the half begins. Hold up the sign. She's carrying the sign. And she's going to carry it right out to the concession stand. But trust me, she has a card, a sign that says, "Get well, Pap." And we'll try to show it to you again, Pap. We hope you're feeling well and want you to know that your son, Kevin, while his mind is on this ball game, his heart is with you. And we know the brothers are there. And as someone who has a son that is in Coach's program in 8th grade and will play 4 years for Coach O'Connor, can't thank you enough for all his efforts and all in. So a special shout out again to the O'Connor family and especially Pat, and hope you're feeling better. And right now, I know you're not feeling the best because the Ramblers just went up by 2 as we start the second half, 7:42, 18-16. Max Kerr driving, scoop, layup, up over everything. And that will be out of bounds, and Coach O'Connor tells him, maybe not the best shot, Maxie. Yeah, Coach is known to tell what he thinks. He's not shy. He might keep things close to the vest, but he's not shy. So we are underway, second half, 18-16. Ramblers lead it by a pair. Here at the Hammer Mill Center, the home of the Cathedral Prep Ramblers, at least for a few more games, because next year they open their new event center and take a new home and a new floor. Wonder if it will resemble the Bethel Park Center that opened up. That is one of the most beautiful facilities in the state from what we're hearing. And Coach O'Connor would know because his brother's the coach for Bethel Park and has 16-6 record. But Strominger nails a 3 to put the Ramblers up by 1, 19-18. So Stroh hits. Now Colpoys. Colpoys over this side. Kerr thinks about going for the steal. It doesn't happen. Tweet us, send us a message. We'll give you a shout out. Mike Gallagher, 24. I'm trying to follow that media as well as Fessler nails it. Charlie Fessler, the football recruit who just signed a letter of intent to play at Northwestern. That should be exciting to see him go Division I football, and he is all that and more, as so is Dirk Matt, who gets the layup. 21-20, just the kind of ball game we expected. Mark Majeski, head coach of the Cathedral Prep Ramblers, has done an excellent job with this program. The Burger King Classic here at the Hammer Mill was one of the best, maybe the best, high school basketball 4-team tournament in the nation as the Trojans come back quickly. Quinn Lewis kicks back to Stroh. Stroh up to Lewis. Lewis, nice pass over in the corner. The shot off the rim, bounces up and in. Dipsy-doo-dah-day. Blake gets it to roll up and over and in for a pair, 24-20. Now the Trojans by 4. Fustine getting pressure from Lewis. Kerr goes for the steal. It doesn't happen. Fresina backs out. And a timeout on the floor. And it looks like it'll be a 30, so they'll stand. It is a 30 as we look into the McDowell huddle. 24-20. We'll show you the scoreboard here momentarily. .5:16 remaining third quarter. Mike Gallagher and technical director Mike Miller. And we know that granddaughter is holding a sign that we've been trying to show. So there it is. Pap, if you're watching, it says, "Get well, Pap," from your granddaughter, and I know that matters more than any victory, than any Prep McDowell matchup. So this might be the most special shot of the night. And we'll hang with it another second because we're back to live action. There's a sweetheart. And she wants Pap to know is thinking about her. Rambler, shot, no good. Dirk Matt over the back. No call, but now there's a call. And we'll see what. Going against Dirk Matt, that'll be his second. I actually thought it was more of a foul going over the back initially. Nevertheless, they get one, and some will say get it right. And it's Blake. Over to Quinny Lewis. Lewis drives. And you know, we talk about all the special people in players' lives. You also have to talk about the police family. Not just Carson and mom and dad, but grandpa and grandma's had some battles with some heart ailments and can't be at a lot of the games. We hope she's tuning in. We know Grandpa John Police Sr. used to be the president of the Mill Creek School Board. We know how special this basketball program is to that family. And we'll try to show you some of the police family if we can. But they should be very proud of the Quinn, playing so well and playing with a broken hand. That's the kind of guts and determination that comes out of this Lewis clan. So a special shout out to Grandma. Underneath, Dirkmatt shot up and in, and a foul. So Dirkmatt looking at a three-point play. 26-24, looking and make it 27 in a three-point ball game with 3:40. Let me get you the scoreboard so we can show it to you. For those of you in one of the bars or one of the restaurants watching that may not have sound, we want you to see where we stand, and this is it. McDowell leading it, 26-24. Dirkmatt at the line for a three-point play on the and one. His shot up and in. Ramblers cross over to Fustine. Fustine across the circle. Underneath. Now Carter cross. Shot no good. Rebound Ramblers. Fustine kicking it out. Carter backs off. Goes down to Fessler in the corner. Back to Carter Cross. Again, Carter Cross, the Division I baseball recruit, will play at Nebraska. Down over the side for Cena. To Fustine. Long pass to Colpoys down underneath to Fustine, who gets the shot. They talk about working that offense. They do it nicely. 27-26, still the Trojans by one. Shot by Lewis, no good. Rebound, fight for it, and Trojan ball. Sox for the layup coming in off the pass from Lewis. So Andrew Sokolov gets the bucket. 29-26 Trojans. Tarasovich is back in the game. Well, 2:37 remaining third quarter. Trojans lead it by 3, 29-26. Cross over to Fresina. Long shot by Colpoys. He nails the three. Quickly back up the floor come the Trojans. Left side, shot up, no good. Rebound Trojans, kicking it back out. Quinny Lewis, that one doesn't happen. Tarasovich, and a timeout taken by Kevin O'Connor with 1:55 remaining in the third. 29-29, we are all tied up. So we're back here live at the Hammer Mill Center. Mike Gallagher along with Mike Miller, my technical advisor and protege and director and producer, and he's got a day job too. Tied at 29, and we saw Tim Dunst, the president of YourErie.com, come into the building, so that's good. We know he can't be watching to criticize me. That's always a good thing. But we're back live. Third quarter, 1:49 remaining, tied up at 29. Tarasovic out to Quinny Lewis. Just talked to Grandpa during the break. Grandpa sending his best to his grandson, and Grandma's watching. So again, a special shout out going to you. And curious to see those Bethel Park, that 16-6 team heading into the Whippeal playoffs. Some great action down in Pittsburgh. And Coach O'Connor's wife, Mackenzie, is here. She's from Russell, PA, which is a suburb of Warren. If you can be a suburb of Warren, they're it. She went to Eisenhower High School. So hello to her family, tuning in via the internet in Warren. You've got quite the daughter who's been a great asset to our school district and our kids. Should be very, very proud of all her family's doing for kids as Quinn Lewis, three ball doesn't happen. Rebound. Sox. Out to Kerr, now to Quinny. Quinny, amazing what he's able to do with one hand. Playing with a broken hand. But it's senior year, he says he has a lifetime to heal. He's not playing, especially in this one. We have a foul call going against Fustine. Will be his second on the night. Oh, excuse me, correction. That foul is going against Jose, and that will be his first. As Lewis comes into Dirkmatt. Dirkmatt back out to Lewis. Lewis will set it up. We're tied at 29. Back to Dirkmatt, high post. Dirkmatt outer circle, deep three, and count it! Max Kerr nails the three from deep downtown. 32-29, Trojans lead. Ramblers ball. 28 seconds left in the third. Shot up, is it a three? Yes, but it doesn't go. And Tarasovic pulls down the board. 19 seconds. Will the Trojans hold for one shot? Apparently so. Over to Dirkmatt. Dirkmatt, long shot. It's good! And a foul! Looking at a 4-point play! Grandma, how do you like that? Oh my! Kerr, excuse me. I thought it was Quinny momentarily, but it was Max Kerr. Either way, I'm sure Grandma Police is loving that one. 35-29, looking at 36. If he can convert with 6.3 seconds. Left in quarter number 3. Man, this kid can shoot and shoot from out in space. That's Max Kerr for you. And Max Kerr's not even the talent. Oh, it wasn't before the shot? Must have been before the shot. I stand corrected. The foul was before the shot. Lewis did make it. I had that right. But the foul was before the shot, so on the inbound it doesn't happen. So third quarter ends 35-29. The foul was before the shot. I will correct myself here. And the foul was on Kerr. Quinny Lewis did make that, Grandma, but the foul came before. So 35-29. We have 8 minutes left to go. And this, the second of 2 meetings on the season between these two, one of the, if not the, best rivalry in the state of Pennsylvania. Let's show you the crowd. Here's the mob. And you're hearing the prep guys. I can't show you them because of where they're seated under us. That's why we're not showing you the prep students, in case you're wondering. But this is the packed house. This is high school basketball at its best. as the cheerleaders now head over to join the mob. And they are going to lead the mob in a cheer, appropriately so. Rumble, I don't know that cheer. But this is what high school athletics is supposed to be and what it's all about. Two-class programs and community involvement. Hats off to both schools and for what they bring to the table in this. But let's get back to it. 35-29, Trojans lead it and have possession to start the fourth quarter. Driving, underneath. Kicking it out. Back to Lewis. Lewis over to Stroh. Stroh goes out. Tarasovic wants to drive. He puts up the shot, and it rolls around and in. That's Jake Tarasovic, the football quarterback. Also the enforcer of such for this McDowell program. When Coach O'Connor, as the shot comes from outside and misses everything, rebound Trojans. When Coach O'Connor met with my son, the 8th grader, told him that I'm expecting you to be my next Tarasovic, and that's quite a compliment, as that one's good. Quinny Lewis. Like I said, we should have broke his hand a year ago, but nails the shot. Grandma, that one is for you, and you know what, Grandma? That one counts. Timeout on the floor. 40-29. 6:59 to go. Trojans now up by 11, but this one is far from over here at the Hammermill Center in downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. The playoffs will begin 1 week from tonight. Craig Smiley has informed me that we expect the layout for the playoffs and who plays what, where, when, and why to come down sometime on Saturday or Sunday. Of course, you can tune in to Craig and to Morgan Beard, our newest member of the sports team. We want to welcome him aboard. He's learning Erie athletics, so if you see him out and about, welcome him into our community. He's going to be a great asset in covering all of our local sports, especially at the high school level. So a very big shout out to our newest member of the Action Sports team, Morgan Beard, as we come to you live via the internet, yourerie.com, powered by Jet TV, Fox 66. I'm Mike Gallagher. Thanks to Tim Dunce, our president, Mike Miller, my technical director, and our production manager, at least for a while until she goes into sales, Miss Leslie Sadley. As the Ramblers will inbound, 6:59 left to go in the game. 40-29. We welcome all of you tuning in at Buffalo Wild Wings and at Scott Enterprises Restaurants. The new one up in the old Boston's, Hooch and Willow. And the long shot by Cross. Ball loose. Saved by Lewis. Knocked up in the air. This is getting wild. Fustine finally pulls it down, kicks it out to Fresina half court. He's going to calm things down. Now to Cross. Fustine to Cross. Up top, Colpoys. Colpoys driving. Shot, no good. Ball, fight for it. Jump ball call. How tough is Quinn Lewis? Man. Some of us didn't play in high school if we had a hangnail. This kid plays with broken bones. And Colpoys hits from the low post. Nice shot. 40-31. This game far from over. 6:03 left in quarter number 4. Remember, the Ramblers win the first one at the buzzer on a shot by Fustine at the last second of the game. He put the putback up and in off of a missed shot. The Ramblers matching up defensively, trying to create some defense and get a turnover and get a stop. Every stop vital with 5:37 to go. Quinn Lewis slowing it down, a methodical offense. I think I've seen this offense run by Coach Haller at the 8th grade level, right, Coach? Tweet me if I'm correct, Coach, if I'm seeing the right offense here. See if I know what I'm talking about. It's one thing nice about the internet. We can send out these private messages. As Fresina now walks it up over to Cross. Cross to Colpoys. Colpoys thinks shot, kicks back out. Back to Colpoys down underneath. Baseline. Carter drives. Now kicks back out. Colpoys alone for the three. He nails it. Colpoys with a nice shot. That's what I mean. This game is far from over. Both teams with shooters. Both teams with talent. And it's Prep McDowell. Would you expect anything less? Stroh, his shot doesn't go. 40-34, 6-point ball game. Fustine kicking it back. Colpoys drives hard, puts up a layup. It doesn't happen. It's a scramble on the floor, and Fustine pulls it down. Back to Colpoys. Colpoys long bomb off the rim, doesn't happen. Rebound finally for Dirkmatt and the Trojans. And Coach O'Connor wants to get things under control and calls a timeout. He wants a 30-second timeout. Coach Majeski on the other side, probably liking what he's seeing as of late, just needs more of it. As the score now stands, we'll show you that scoreboard. 40-34, 4:16 remaining in the game. Again, it's a two-possession game for the Ramblers, and Coach Majeski knows that. He knows he has shooters. He knows he has great defensive play. And let's face it, McDowell's game is that outside shot, and with that outside shot, anything can happen. If they're on, you're in trouble, but if you can get them to miss and you got your guys down on the low post, you can get the stops they're looking for. And again, certainly a great ball game. And again, special thank you. All the admissions info that you could need for all you 8th and 7th graders, contact Cathedral Prep, Villa Maria Academy. They'll get you in for a shadow. And we do want to send a special shout out to our friends at Cathedral Prep for allowing us to telecast and bring this internet to you. They technically control the rights to being allowed to do this, and they were more than welcoming to us, so we do want to thank them. Max Kerr, top side, 40-34, 4:04 to go. Driving is Kerr. Kerr throws it up, and holy mackerel, that went in. Oh, I don't know if O'Connor liked the shot, but I know he loves the results. Colpoys, his shot doesn't happen, but Fessler's there to get the rebound. Fustine, long bomb, off the rim. Fresina saves it in, and Fessler kicking it out. This time it's Carter Cross, in and out. And we will have a foul call. Let's see where it goes. And that is going against Quinny Lewis. The Lewis family, a basketball family in the Mill Creek world. Carson and Dad Tim Lewis many years ago. Even a cousin, Johnny Police. And it's loose, but the Ramblers maintain possession. 3:13 to go, 42-34. And the Ramblers inbound to Colpoys. Colpoys thinks about the long bomb. Fresina thinks about it too, off the hand of Blake. So Prep maintains possession. 3:03 remaining. I'll try to give you as many time and score updates as I can, because I know we don't have all the graphics that you normally get in a telecast. Tempting to knock it away. Let you see the scoreboard when I can. 3 minutes exactly. Trojans leading 42-34. Ramblers have possession. Colpoys to Fresina, over to Carter Cross. Hello to the Cross grandparents watching many states away. You have a great family here in Erie, and we don't want you taking them back to Nebraska, I'll tell you that. We'd rather see them play for Pitt, but that's another story for another telecast. Down on the baseline. Fresina goes, and Sox is there. Andrew Sokolov with the steal. Sokolov to Kerr, back to Lewis. Lewis to Sox. Sox to Kerr. Kerr over to Dirkmat. Spins on the low post. Doesn't happen. Ball loose. And a little bit of a tussle, but they'll be okay. Sox is a battler. You get Sox and you get Tarasovic on the court, and look out, fireworks fly. Just the nature of their game. 42-34, 2:24 remaining. Trojans have possession, will inbound underneath the basket. Quinn Lewis on the floor with him is Max Kerr, Dylan Dirkmat, Andrew Strominger, and Blake. Going up against Cross, Fresina, Fessler, Fustine, and Colpoise. Some of the best in the business, and they're on the floor. Blake, low post. His shot doesn't happen. Dirkmat kicks it out to Kerr. Kerr over to Lewis. Back to Kerr. Kerr tripped up, foul call. This guy's been officiating a long time, has had a son that's one of the best quarterbacks Corey High School ever saw. Larry Fresina, one of the best. We happy to have him on board of the game and his crew doing a nice job here tonight. The officials have not been a factor or a story in this game, at least not from the perspective of this guy up here a long way away. But underneath, the shot, and knocked out of bounds by Carter Cross. McDowell maintains possession. A little bit of jawing going on. You'll have that with these two. But at the end of the day, this community is about these two. Trust me, I've benefited from both these schools and both these communities and this entire community. And if I get a moment, I'll share a little something with you. And there's a timeout on the floor with the score, 2:05 remaining in the game, 42-34. And as many of you know, my son is part of an ESPN documentary. For that documentary, the ESPN crew was here in Erie, Pennsylvania for a week and was here over Christmas. And the last time they were here, they shot the Prep McDowell game. I received an email from one of the crew members from ESPN and a letter. And in that letter, he talked about being from Chicago. He talked about going to Wisconsin, talked about his life in the world of sports at ESPN, and said he's never seen anything like our community when it comes to community support, support for high school athletes, support for the younger athletes, and support for one another. He thought that the documentary should actually be on Erie, Pennsylvania, and the way our community supports our young athletes. Thought I'd share that with you because it was truly a special letter. And if you go to my Facebook, you can read it firsthand and see what he says about our community and our schools. In the backcourt, Trojans having trouble with it, but they get it up the floor. Strominger drives, knocked away cleanly by Fessler. That's what it is when you're a Division I wide receiver. You got ups. When you add ups in height, that's what you get, a block shot down on the low post. And Mike Miller's telling me he got it. He's got the photo, and now he's proud. He wants me to shut everything down to look at his photo. I'll deal with him later. But Strominger will inbound under the basket. Nice job by Fessler. Oh, look at this action. Knocking it wide. Here come the Ramblers. Fresina up and in. Wow. This is getting hairy and getting a little crazy. The front row, the recipients of that one, but the bucket makes it 42-36. Timeout on the floor. 1:48 remaining. You're watching this on YourErie.com, powered by Jet TV and Fox 66. Happy to be bringing it to you live from the Hammermill Center as Mike Miller and I sit among the rafters. That's basically where we're at. If we look straight across, I'll actually show you what we've got. Since you're all tuning in, waiting for the timeout to end, this is the Hammermill. This is our view. Basically hanging from the rooftop. And that's what the fans are doing because it's a packed house and you wouldn't expect anything less. Nothing more awesome than this. When you can basically sell out a couple of thousand, between 2,000 and 3,000 fans for a high school game on a cold winter night, and all it's for really is school pride. And both of these programs have a lot of reason to be proud. These schools noted for putting out Grammy Award winners like Pat Monahan and Train from McDowell, the governor from the state of Pennsylvania for 2 terms, Governor Tom Ridge, the first Homeland Security, and the takeaway by the Trojans. Blake to Lewis across the Kerr. They're trying to keep away from being fouled, and the one getting fouled is Kerr by Fessler. And do they have fouls to give? I believe they do. So they're not even going to the line because they're not in the bonus yet. 42-36. Lewis into Strominger. Stroh to Dirkmatt to Kerr. Strominger gets fouled. 129, 42-36. Only 2 possession game. This thing is not over by any stretch of the imagination. And we've seen the most crazy things happen whenever these 2 teams get together. Dirkmatt gets fouled. And they're just now, and that's why I said the officials weren't a factor. That's why they're struggling so hard to get to the bonus. And they finally do, so Dirkmatt will go to the line. Dirkmatt on the season, I believe, is about a 75 to 78% free throw shooter. And a few games ago, he really turned it on offensively against Strong Vincent, where he put up 20, I believe it was 22 points on the night. And this shot bounces around. Fessler there for the rebound. 126, 42-36. I mean, they hit on this possession. Look out, anything's a go. Fustine, but Ramblers need to score on this possession. Colpoy stinks shot, and he wants to take it. Bounces off the rim, the rebound, and put back in there for the D1, or excuse me, for Carter Cross. Yeah, D1 baseball. Nice job by Carter Cross hitting that one out of the park. 42-38, a minute 5 to go. Trojans will have possession. A 4-point ball game. And holy mackerel. 42-38. How many?
420.
We have just gone over 420 viewers, 420 computers live, and if you add in all the patrons at Buffalo Wild Wings, all the patrons at Scott Enterprises restaurants, including the new one up of I-90, that is really a sports, we can't thank you enough, and thank all of you for tuning in, because that just shows the support our kids get. This isn't about us at Jet TV. This is about your community, your kids, and your support of local high school athletics. Coach Haller messaging me again. Now, Coach Haller is a middle school coach at Walnut Creek. Effectively had the best season of all the Mill Creek School District, and only his first year of coaching, so that's a big surprise that he was able to mold that 8th grade team into a team that could truly be one of the best in the area. They've had some great battles with some of the parochial schools, and all these kids will intermingle and mix throughout high school. That just goes to show you what basketball in this community means. We get a lot of snow in Erie, Pennsylvania, but we also get a lot of great basketball, and you're watching some of it live here on YourErie.com with a minute 5 remaining in regulation, another timeout, 1:05 to go, 42-38, and Coach Haller is an interesting story. Coach Haller and Coach Fatika played for Cathedral Prep and are coaching in the McDowell School District. So what does that tell you? You know, we have that.
Leak in the roof, I think.
And we've got a leak in water in the roof. Only in this game does this happen. Look at that. They got the trainer out. Paul's got a lot of Band-Aids, but I don't know if he can fix this. A minute 5 to go, and there's a leak in the roof. Oh, boy. I wonder if the Gannon president's watching. Get out the homeowners, because the roof's leaking here at the Hammer Mill Center. with 1:05 to go. This gets even. This is life. This is life when you play. These two teams playing football and the lights go out. You know, the lights go out in the venue. But they've got to figure out the leakage here, and the officials will take a look at it. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm waiting for someone to come out with a bucket. I believe the floor is relatively new, and if Coach Riley Gannon's coach is watching, he's probably about having a heart attack, seeing that there's a leak onto his basketball floor. Now they're going to bring the coaches together. Let's see if we can find out what the story is here. But there is a leak in the roof at the Hammer Mill Center. I'll try to give you some perspective. They're at center court. Can't show you the direct leak because you can't see it from here, but it's coming from up in here and falling right on center court. And obviously, with water on the court, you've got a problem. And another message, we want to send a shout out to Nana, who's watching Quinny Lewis. We know Nana, and he's playing for you, trust me. And let's see, Mike Miller, I make a recommendation. If you can get a contractor to sponsor us next time, maybe we can get him to fix this roof. But I think they're going to maybe play. Paul Andre's out there wiping up the water along with his assistant. Paul is one of the best in the business as trainers go. He used to be a trainer for Cathedral Prep. And look at this. I don't know what the story is here, but they're getting a little guy. This is great. I don't know what the story is with the kid, but it looks like a good one. I'm going to follow it. They're going to go up and be ready to come out and wipe up the leak. I think we found our MVPs. They've got the leakage. 1:05, 42-38. Foul call. 42-38, McDowell leading, roof leaking, 1:04 left in the game. So if you're a roofer and want this gig of fixing this roof, tweet me at Mike Gallagher 24. I'll mention it on the air that you're available to come fix the roof at the Hammer Mill. And our crack sales staff at Jet TV will get you a deal and get you on the air. Maybe we can even do the commercial on you fixing the Hammer Mill. They got the little guys out. This is great. What a thrill for them. Now they go down in history as part of one of the great games. That Kerr hits the free throw. 43-38. (44-38). 104. Prep with possession, trailing 44-38 here at the Hammer Mill Center. This the Prep home game. Prep won the first one, and Quinn Lewis is going to foul them. They've got fouls to give. See what they're doing. They're going to make them struggle to inbound. (55 seconds). Into Fresina. Fresina around. Faustine drives. Faustine shot up off the rim, no good. Rebound, Dirkmatt. Now out to Fessler. Fessler's shot, no good. Fight for the ball. And coming down with it is the broken hand man. And Quinn doesn't like the call. And he's going to apologize to the ref for telling him what he really thought. So the Ramblers have possession. Jump ball call. You gotta love watching Quinny Lewis push Dirkmatt. It's like moving a house. Long shot for Colpoys. Back iron. Shot up. No good. Rebound. Trojans. And Strominger is fouled. Strominger running to the line. Look at this. He's ready to go. Hey, Stro, wait for the official. "32 seconds, 44-38. Papa O'Connor, keep tuned in. Don't tune away after this one ends. Off front iron. Out of bounds, Trojan ball. 31 seconds. Trojans are starting to taste victory. And the O'Connor family watching from the hospital bed, beside the hospital bed of Coach O'Connor's father. As he takes a timeout, Strominger doesn't like what he sees. They'll take a full timeout. And here comes the cleaning crew because the roof is leaking. They've got it covered. They've got it covered. Oh, look, he's getting hit with water as he sits there on the GU. Dan Teleski, if you're tuned in, you might want to make a call. As the roof is leaking at the Hammer Mill Center. But it's not going to rain on the parade of Kevin O'Connor and his McDowell Trojans, looking for their second win in 2 seasons and another big one. This one to close out the year, and this one special for Coach O. And again, Mr. O'Connor, don't tune away once this game ends. Try and show your granddaughter again. And to Quinny Lewis, his grandmother, Nana, who is recovering from heart surgery herself, has not been able to attend the games like she would. But we're glad we're able to let you see it when you can't be here. 44-38, 31.5 seconds. Trojans possession will inbound. Again, it's still only 2 possessions. If Ramblers can turn it quick, this one is not over. And Max Kerr gets fouled. Now, I wonder if Max Kerr would rather shoot this from half court as opposed to the free throw line, because his 3 balls tonight were definitely NBA 3 material. Got another camera crew next to us, working hard as Kerr hits it. 45-38. Front of the iron, Kerr gets it, gets the rebound, pulls it out. Now I know where Jack Gallagher learned it from. Max Kerr, across, winding down, 19 seconds and a foul call. Will the mob rush the court? I'm guessing. How about that, Hunter Hassey? I know you're watching at Penn State. Tweet your friends in the mob, Hunter. Tell them to wave to you. As Dirkmatt goes to the line. 45-38, 19.8 seconds remaining. Dirkmatt's shot is good. Fresina, the cross, 3 ball. Front iron, no good. Dirkmatt, rebound. Quinny Lewis. They're not going to foul. They're going to let it in. Look what he's doing. Watch what's happening to Coach O'Connor's dad. Look at that. That game ball's for you, Mr. O'Connor. They just gave you the game ball, and you don't even know it. Quinn Lewis told me before the game, we're winning this for Coach O'Connor's dad in the hospital, and what they did right
right there was held it up to you in your hospital bed in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How special is that? We know you couldn't be here, but we want you to know that Quinn Lewis and the other seniors on this team before the game said they were winning this game for you, and they wanted to point that out to you. So congratulations to the Trojans. Congratulations to Coach O'Connor, his family, 46-38, and here comes the mob. Yep. Prep got to do this at McDowell a few weeks ago. Well, here you go. Enjoy it. If this doesn't happen at your high school or in a community you're from and you're tuned in, this is why we love our town. Because our high school kids are celebrated. As the Trojans go on to claim game number 2 in this rivalry between two of the best programs in the entire state. McDowell ends up getting the win by the final score of 46-38. The roof is still leaking at the Hammermill Center, but it did not rain on the parade of the McDowell Trojans, who now are playing quite well with the playoffs just 1 week away. And with Cathedral Prep in AAA, you can bet that Coach Majeski will have this squad ready for the playoffs as well. We wish both teams luck moving forward. There's nothing we like better than to be traveling to Hershey to see Prep play at AAA and McDowell play at Quad A. That would be the perfect scenario for our community. For all of us at YourErie.com, powered by Jet TV and Fox 66, thank you to Bill Flanagan and Cathedral Prep for allowing us to bring this telecast home to you via the internet. And thank you all for joining. The final score once again, McDowell 46, Prep 38. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on YourErie.com.